Because we got 4 minutes to air. Oh. So real quick prep.
1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Jeez, I wasn't ready for that.
Look, we got the mic, we got you, we got. Oh wait, hold on, wait. Dang, hold on, wait. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love it.
So we are backstage. Probably talk like y'all say hi to the people.
Hi, ow, ow, ow.
Special guest Miss Pink Sugar herself.
Ow.
On the radio, live and in effect. DFWIRadio.com. Check us out. We do not own the rights to this music. Welcome to Poly Talk Live behind the scenes. We got like 0 minutes before air.
Right. Hey y'all, Short Stack in the building, let's go.
Fluff up the fro.
Pink in the building, let's go.
So real quick, for the most part, everything is like 15-minute increments. We're gonna do the first 15 minutes is the intro. Everybody gonna go around the table. We try not to talk over each other. Let everybody get their point out. We got some good questions for you. Listen, and stuff had happened over the weekend, and I had more questions. I was like,
I'm just ready to talk. I'm ready to act.
Listen.
I'm going to tell y'all about these attachment styles. We're going to talk about these love languages.
Okay.
We're going to get y'all
Listen, she came wrecked.
Okay.
Wrecked.
She get our asses together.
So the first 15 minutes intro, I'm gonna introduce co-host first. Okay. And then I'm like, hey, Pink, welcome to that. And then you give your intro. Like, hey, I'm Pink, this is what I do, this is my dynamic, this is where I come from, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm like, so let people know who Pink is. And that'll be your thing. I put it in there so that it wouldn't break and stuff.
Okay.
That's what my granny and them had said. So it's gonna be some hand claps that you hear, and as they dwindle down, that's my cue to go on and kick it off on the inside from the left to the right. Our lovely it girl. So we all got questions and stuff. It has been a day. Can we go ahead?
Yes.
Little Pino? Yeah, make sure y'all tell Facebook world we do not own the rights to this music. Facebook
At all.
ain't none of this man.
I'm trying to put people in jail and stuff.
Wait, what?
Come on, Poly Talk Live. We on DFWIRadio.com. Y'all tune in. Let's go. We got Miss Pink here sipping on nice and
Somebody get out. Somebody got to drive all the way back to the
Al, you better pour that Pepsi, that Dr. Pepper in that cup.
Yeah, or not.
You better.
I'm not going to define my cup.
We work hard on that cup.
I'll drink it.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
And when we get to the next one, for the building.
You might got cold or something. I might got cold. You don't want that.
Get him in.
I'm just going to drink my Dr. Pepper. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Instagram. I was telling you about. I'm gonna give you a number. Okay. I'm gonna send you a couple links. That shit gonna be cool.
And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit today.
All right, y'all, let's go.
All right.
I don't know what none of my questions are.
Oh, get my bag. I wrote them all down. Yo. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. Y'all ready for it today?
Yes, Lord.
We at Poly Talk Live. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all living today?
Cool.
My name is Risha. I am your host. Today we will be talking with the Miss Lovely Pink Sugar. She is an LPC. We're going to be talking about mental health and a polyamorous community. But before we go ahead and get started, I want to let my co-host go ahead and do their little intro.
What's the LPC?
Because a lot of people act like they know they do not fuck.
A lot of people don't know what LPC is.
She's going to do the intro. She's going to ask you.
I might be
Straight
crazy
to it,
love
straight
some
to it.
days. Today, I had a question. I had to get it out quick. They was
That's
was
it.
wondering too.
One
As
and
soon as
done.
you said, they was like, "What's
Right?
that?" They didn't say that. I didn't see that on there.
Right.
Is that a part of LGBT?
Is this an element of
I see. They wasn't supposed to give me wine.
Oh, man.
Al, see, I should have been drinking soda with Al instead of very
Hey, let's move this so she can get herself
You're so
together.
sweet.
Drink that,
Little
baby.
unicorn with her
Yeah.
purple
So-
pink hair.
Go ahead.
What's the deal? You know, it's the bird. I'll let you know. How y'all doing? Good evening.
Oh, this is
Like-
hungry.
One more time.
We had the pigeons. in-
It's a little finishing move. Well, let me stop.
Wait.
Oh, those who know, know. Yeah.
Ray, what's he talking about?
On
Ray,
God.
what's he talking about?
See, I can't tell you the finishing move because then it's not my finishing move anymore. Then it's
It could be
yours.
fatality though. This could be
Oh, it is
permanent.
fatal. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm talking about comatose, eye roll back, zombie face. Oh, we have a face for it. We have a name for it. Oh, yeah. Try and true proven. Yes. Yeah.
But can I see a video of you doing it or something?
You sure can.
Okay.
Lord,
You
we
sure
done
fuck.
started. We done started. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Look at me. You
Queen
sure
boy.
fuck.
I've seen it. I've seen it. And I've seen the video. I've seen the video.
Just look at the face.
I've seen the
See,
video.
I wasn't the one to show her the video, by the way. I keep.
No, he showed me the video.
Oh, see?
I think I saw one too. He knew show
He showed
video.
the video.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad to be on.
I was very proud.
And listen, and she
I'm proud of
be
myself.
standing, and she be standing there like, girl, look right there.
I'm proud of me. So proud of me.
So,
Shout out to the ladies. I'm proud of me.
Shout out to the ladies. So
shout out
I
to
wanna-
the niggas.
I'm gonna take a hot second and go ahead and do my own version of what an intro is for the infamous,
Oh.
the fantabulous.
Yes. You gotta come on with these adjectives.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
the wonderfully vivacious.
Yes.
Oh,
Give me all the stuff that starts with
all the SAT words. Come on, SAT.
Sexy right.
The popular,
Oh.
Okay.
polytastic, poly energy.
Okay, Polly energy.
You wanna sell me?
Listen,
I'm about. Let's
if y'all don't know who Miss Pink Sugar is, she is one of the dopest females that I have run across in a very, very long time. She's genuine, she's 100, and she's a mother effing professional, which is why I'm so glad that you agreed to come volunteer and sit on my little show. And sit on my little show and stuff.
And her hair smell good too.
And her hair smells
Alright.
good. Y'all hear spice in the background?
Really?
Her
I'm
hair
right
smells
next to
good.
her.
Listen, not only do her hair smell good, but she got soft skin and stuff.
Yes, and stuff. I'm gonna take that.
So, Pink, for the people that don't know who you are, go ahead and let the people know who you is, who you be, how you feeling, how you living.
So my name is Pink Sugar Lewis on Facebook. I am a married mother of 5 children.
What?
5 of them. Yes.
Wait a minute.
All out the
Fella,
same
she
blue
lying,
chick.
cause
Yes.
boy, look at this.
Yes.
Fella, she lying, fella, she lying.
Yes. I'm poly as fuck.
That's fuck.
Then a
That's
some
fuck.
bitch.
Is a son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's some bitch. You gotta say it like that.
She
Yes.
said,
Yes.
fuck.
Yes.
With the emphasis on the C as fuck.
As fuck.
Yeah, that's like an extra K in that
I
thing,
like
too.
that.
Wasn't
I
it?
like
Yeah.
that. No.
I think like 2 or
Ain't
3.
okay.
No, okay, just
Just a bunch of
C-C-C-C-K.
C's. Okay. So we gonna move the slots with it.
All right.
So, Pink, what is it that you do for the people who don't understand why you're here and what you're speaking on today? Explain to them exactly what it is you do.
Well, I am a LPC, a licensed professional counselor.
Now the people in the back, say it one more time.
A licensed professional counselor.
Why you gotta say licensed and
What's the emphasis
professional?
on?
Like,
Well,
Right.
Because that's L.
That's what the L is. That's what the P is. And that's
But
what the C
wait,
is.
was it?
okay.
Words mean
Emphasis.
things, people. Words mean things.
Professional counselor. I mean, I went to school and I passed some grades to get there.
And
Took
Yes.
a couple of state boards.
There we go.
Yes. I mean, I always get it right, but yes, absolutely. So right now, I work for Solis Mammography, and I do a lot of assessments for patients there, and I get them set up where they can see other people with other questions that's beyond my help.
So
So it's a lot of cancer patients.
what are the levels to what you do specifically? Like, what's your targeted demographic? Like, what people do you help? Do you see the most?
Oh, so before I got into this field that I'm in now, it was mostly behavior. So I did a lot of behavior with children and teenagers.
Okay.
And I used to work in emergency rooms. So I did a lot of assessments, mostly white, due to the area that I worked in.
Okay.
We did see some African American children, but mostly white children that acted out. That needs to switch.
Yeah, because they didn't get to pull it off the tree and braid it together like I did when I was a kid.
Yes.
I still got whelps on
Yes.
my back.
Yes.
What?
Wait till you get in the shower and get out.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
you're still wet.
Oh,
Wake you
Wait,
up in the
sleep.
middle of the
Oh,
night
yeah.
when you left that last piece of dish in the sink.
Ooh,
Yes.
a trans go outside.
But the
Get
dish
your
was like a butter
ass.
knife.
If you go to jail for that shit, that's called abuse.
Yeah, my mama still got me
Man.
traumatized over that butter knife that was in the sink. what's all these damn dishes in the sink? Look, it's just a butter knife. The sink is
So
clean.
now I'm just gonna make a brother knife and just sit next to you. See,
Yep.
just flip the fuck
Yeah.
out.
I won't even use them no more.
Oh my god.
Give me a spoon.
So when you speak of behavioral health and mental health as it relates to polyamory, what would you say is the biggest common occurrence that you see?
Ooh, in poly, I would definitely say depression,
Really?
anxiety, a lot of different social behaviors.
And why do you say that?
A lot of people don't really talk about the mental aspects of what's going on with them. That's not even a question typically when you're trying to know somebody is, what's your mental state? What's going on with you? A lot of people don't trust people. A lot of people don't want to be vulnerable or open up and talk about what's happening with them. But that's one of my first questions that I need to know.
So how do you word your first question when you're, we'll say, interviewing?
What's your
a
communication
potential?
style like? What is your communication style like?
Oh, she got
I
grown
need
up
to
questions.
know.
Somebody give me the pen.
How
Y'all write
group-
this, y'all
What's
write
your
this
language?
down.
What's your language? Let me talk.
Yeah.
Listen.
What is your communication style like?
Can you tell me like what's the different kinds? Because I feel like I wouldn't even know how to answer that question.
Well, you have some people that's avoidant. You have some people that's very informant. I like to be informed. I'm not saying I like to know everything, but if I'm dealing with you and I'm talking to you, if something happens to you, I need to know, like, okay, this person was riding on 380 and it was headed this way to go there. There's some people that don't even want to tell you that. Oh, I'm going out, that's it. You know, no.
Tell me
what's happening.
Tell me what's
Where and
happening.
on what route is you taking? 'Cause
What
I
are
need
you
to
saying?
know.
I need to
I do
know.
have a question. My thing is about being poly and you dealing with, because you spoke of speaking to Caucasian people specifically because of the area you're in. In your travels with us as African Americans, how has you what are the differences between dealing with us as a people and the other people?
So, white people tend to coddle their children a little bit more. They're in denial a lot. Now, I'm not gonna say that's not happening with the black community because we don't even believe in seeing therapy
Exactly.
Right.
or getting counseling.
You a big boy, don't cry.
Yeah, I've watched a woman. Her child had a baby. She was about 16 years old, and she came into the emergency room for help. She said, "I'm very depressed. I feel like I'm having both postpartum depression, and I want to see somebody." So I went into the room. I assessed her. I said, "Okay, well, we're going to get you set up to go to a facility where you can talk to a therapist, and we can try to figure it out for you." Her mother stormed in, snatched her right out.
At that point, is there anything that you can do?
She's a minor.
Oh.
That's tragic.
So the
But-
baby came
So
though.
yeah, so she came. She took her. The only thing that I could do was send the police to the house
For wellness check.
for a wellness check.
How do you deal with that? I mean, emotionally, how did you deal with it?
It's a lot. It's a switch though. So when I go to work, I don't bring home to work, and I don't bring work home.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's a big switch for me.
Because that would be emotional, I would think.
It's very
Because
emotional.
You be attached, maybe.
Yes, I mean I've seen a 10-year-old boy be in a car accident, and his entire family were scattered out. He was the only one that didn't survive, and I had to be the one to tell his parents that I couldn't talk to them over the phone. Somebody had to come in for me to verbally tell them face to face what's going on with their child.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would have to have counseling.
That was a rough day.
Do you receive therapy after
Yeah.
like a long day? 'Cause
I have seen
Is
therapy,
either
but
gonna be a bottle
it has
or
not
something.
been for that, which I should be seeing some for some of that. But No, I have not seeked therapy in particular for that.
You need a hug, mama. Shit. You need some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you this.
I'm gonna hold my hand and stuff, girl. I got you, baby.
So how would
Lewis, I want
you
no problem.
how would you connect mental health and emotional health to a polyamorous dynamic?
So, mental health is the umbrella. It's just like ethical non-monogamy. It's that umbrella. That umbrella. It all coast up under there. It's how you're dealing with somebody. It's your level of understanding of what your capacity is for someone. A lot of people don't have the capacity, the mental capacity to deal with somebody else that has a disorder.
So what's a red flag? Like, okay, so we just met, we're dating. I haven't even really got to the meat of you yet. Before we get to that conversation, what's a visual red flag that should set something off in my head? Like, wait a minute.
I tend to say possessiveness. Somebody that shows jealousy, aggressiveness. I don't want to be around any of that at all. So if I'm with you and I'm talking to you and then you are showing me, like, I say, hey, Risha's my friend, I'm going to go talk. Well, who is Risha? Well, why are you talking to Risha? I don't know Risha. Well, you don't have to know Risha. I know Risha.
Right.
You're with me.
I want to know how that correlates to a woman, because you're speaking it in terms of maybe a guy. I mean, her perspective. My perspective.
Women are like that too.
It's the same things to look for. Keys.
Mm-hmm. Women can be very possessive. That's my man.
Right. Well, all
that's my woman.
Is gender neutral.
Very
right?
gender neutral.
Not gender specific.
And so this is like in the very beginning. Like we met on Thursday. It's just now Sunday, baby. I'm gonna need you to relax a little bit.
Yeah, calm it down. That's just my friend. I don't know your friend, so I don't know what you're gonna be doing with your friend. And I tell people all the time, when you hear somebody tell you that they don't trust your friend and they don't know a damn thing about your friend,
ain't even met your friend,
they don't trust you. It ain't got nothing to do with your friend. They do not trust you.
Did y'all hear that?
Wow.
Do y'all need me to have her say that one more again?
One more time for the people in the back.
Yeah, because they not trust you.
I want to get y'all a male perspective too. I've seen that with guys that I know, meaning they want to do, but what's good for the goose,
Right.
Not good for them.
And that correlates to probably because a lot of guys get in situations and they want to do. They don't want you to do nothing.
No.
And then they're
Double
looking at what
standard.
you're doing, who you're talking to. And I've seen it like, that's crazy. Like, how do y'all
It's
deal
a
with
big double standard when it comes to men with their women.
Did you just look at me like
I
that?
did. I got you.
I ain't do shit. Like, she's like,
penis
man.
carrier.
All the bad dudes.
You ball holder.
Yeah.
I do. Really is.
You ball holder.
Did you see that look? She was like,
That's
man. Okay, wait. I didn't do it. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Wow. I did both sides. Did that
Both sides.
It's because it's thick in here.
Girl, you better not.
That's what
I
makes how a
got
person
on
carry the
sweatpants.
conversation with you too. If you're the person that's interacting and you're doing all the questioning, you need to figure out what's happening with that person too. Why you not asking me any question? Why you don't want to know something
Right.
So why would that be a red flag for somebody? What if that person just happens to, I'm just a quiet person?
But see, that goes back to, I want to talk about these attachment styles.
Okay.
So that goes to these attachment styles. There's 4 different attachment styles that you can have. You can have a secure one, you can have an avoidant one, you can have an anxious one, and you can have a fearful anxious one.
Fearful, anxious.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, let me pull my seat up. Somebody
Let's talk about it.
I like that.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
That don't
Thank y'all
sound
for tuning
good.
in.
Yes.
So please enlighten us.
So typically, people, secure is the top.
Okay.
Here's the top line.
That's
Fearful.
what you're aiming at.
Yes,
Okay.
fearful, anxious people are at the bottom. Sorry to say. But somebody that's secure is somebody that is very, I'm not going to say very trusting, but they trust more. They're more open. They're more vulnerable. They love, I'm not going to say quickly, but easily.
Okay. That's dangerous though.
Yeah.
But see, what makes it dangerous? Tell me what makes it. Tell me what makes you trusting somebody dangerous.
So for me, this is personal. For me, trusting too quickly can lead to dangerous things because I don't know you. I don't walk into situations automatically trusting you. For me, trust, I've always been raised, and this comes all the way back from childhood, someone must earn your trust. Like the word friend, I'm very cautious with that word. You have to earn that title. For me to sit here, like I can say you're my friend because I know we done had heart to hearts, we done had real conversations, you know my personal business. You know what I'm saying? That's a friend. Everybody don't get that. Well, you have to earn that. So for me, trusting so easily can be a dangerous thing because we have a tendency to, okay, I trust you. I met you on Sunday. I trust you. And then I'm going to trust you until you fuck up, right? I'm going to trust you until you do something that make me look at you like, dang, I thought we was folks. So I'm going to let you prove that you're worthy of trust, just like you should make me prove that I'm worthy of your trust. It works both ways for me.
Okay. So my thing to that is, you're trusting somebody, right? You have to get to know this person before you're like, okay, I fully trust you. Or I trust you to some degree that I trust you. So what happens when I break your trust?
I pull back.
But you already pulled back in the beginning because you didn't know me.
Well, no, we're just getting started though.
Right, but that's not what you said. You said when I meet somebody,
right? When I meet somebody,
I'm already guarded.
I
don't know
absolutely.
you. I don't know you.
But that's not a pullback though. A pullback is when I've allowed myself to go so far, right, and then you display to me something, and then I pull back.
Right. But when you get to know somebody, you don't fully know them at all.
Right.
Right?
You be with somebody for 50 years and not know them.
And not know them.
Right.
Exactly.
I
So
agree there.
My thing is if I'm with somebody and I'm talking to somebody, if me and you, hey Risha, how are you? I am trusting you when I say hello. Right then and there. That's my trust factor. Until you open up your mouth and say, bitch. I don't know you now. Who are you? Oh, gone somewhere. Move about.
See, hello is a standard greeting.
It's a very standard greeting. It's a very
We got an issue.
Let me get you street.
Hot topic.
No, I'm just saying.
I understand.
If me and you just met, and I'm like, hey, I want to get to know you. It's very understanding for you to be guarded. But if I am genuinely trying to get to know you and you have a guard up, then you can easily make me be on defense.
Unless you're displaying the things to me that show that I am genuinely trying to get to know you.
But my thing is, what does that look like? What does that look like?
It depends on you.
Because I may be the person that say, how can I support you? And somebody else may say, what can I do to help you? And those are two different meanings.
Absolutely. But that's where communication
Those are two different meanings.
And it goes back to questions.
So which one would you trust?
Probably neither.
Why not?
Because I'm very cynical.
Wait a minute, Risha.
I'm very cynical in that.
I can know you 2 days, and what about the person who hurts you after knowing them for 20 years later? Because you've already been guarded. Meaning,
I remove myself and I allow myself to
no, but you
heal.
guarded from the jump. You sabotage shit from the jump. Meaning,
No.
yes, you
I
have.
don't think so.
If you're guarded,
I disagree.
why?
Because I'm guarded to protect my peace. I'm guarded to protect myself.
So everyone gets that.
Everybody gets that across the board. Until you display something to me that for me says you are trustworthy. I can place myself in your presence and know that I'm 100. That works for me.
But for me, my thing is,
and not everybody is the same. Not everybody is
That's
the same.
understandable.
I'm gonna give you the walk that I have. Me, being the resident street person, I haven't had a lot of trusting relationships, even with women, because of some of the things, some of the trauma I've had. some of the trauma I've had, as a young man and as growing up. So my thing is that I understand the long handle spoon. Like, wait a minute. Until you I can find you gonna play this spoon, you stay on that side of the spoon. I can understand that. But to the point now I'm trying to figure like a lot of times I would look at someone and then make a snap judgment and say, nah, I ain't fucking with it.
Well, you know what, her stand on it is very understanding. I used to be that person. That's why I said I want to talk about these different attachments. Because the avoidant attachment is me. It's very slow to trusting, very slow to loving another person. We don't like clingy people. We don't like needy people. We like our space.
You sound like a Leah.
I'm very much bullhead, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm very much an avoidant, but my trust factor is a little bit different of how I look at things now. Because I was so guarded as a person that I wasn't letting anybody in. Like, it's not a wall, It's like a damn bulldozer. Like, no, I'm gonna run your ass over. No, get away from me. But now I let people, I box them up. and I let them pick what box they're going to be in my life.
Elaborate on that for me, please.
So there's different categories for me. And so in my poly life, I have different dynamics. So everybody asks me, what's your dynamic? I am married with many loves. I am married with many
Married
loves.
with many loves.
Many loves. Me and you have our stuff.
Yeah.
I may have my stuff, but that's babe.
Right. Right.
There is, it may be title, it may not be title.
Right. That's how I feel.
But
Because some connections don't have to be romantic.
At all.
It don't have to be.
And they don't have to be sexual.
and they don't have to be sexual. So,
And I can love you the
We will
same.
definitely
Yeah,
get to y'all's questions and
Yeah.
y'all's concerns later.
so a lot of
once
people
we get
look
it
at me
going.
and say, you got all these boos and bays and all these, different things. And I'm like, well, are you looking at them in the standpoint of this is who I'm sleeping with?
Exactly.
Or what?
Well, even if you
God.
were.
Well, even if I was, yeah, but some people look at them and be like, oh, because they see polyamory as a sex.
Correct.
They don't see it as this big
But as a
aspect
man,
Yes.
of meeting your person.
I love y'all, and the thing about it is, I show you that in my actions, not because I'm creepy or I'm overly carnal with it. My thing is I have relationships with you that are not based upon sex.
Right,
I got a lot of
right.
guys.
Yeah, we have
I
some
get a-
very intellectual
Yes.
conversations
Correct.
and
I get
connect
lot
on a
of
different
hate
level.
because of
Yeah.
that. A lot of guys are
Oh, they
just,
hate when they see us
it's
together.
funny. And I dance with Brittany all the time. The guy be like, why she let you because I ain't running down trying.
Not one time ever.
Yeah,
For real,
see,
for
for me,
real.
it's like
It's
just
a
different
respect
of
level.
trust.
It's a respect
You know,
level.
I
for
know I
me.
probably
love
have
you.
these people over
They
here.
I love you
that
too.
I may not be telling a lot to.
Right.
But
may
for,
not do
so
like
you
you
love
like
me,
it.
you gotta
So
respect
you
me.
compartmentalize
I
people.
put them in a little box.
Hold on, wait.
We
What I
had a whole
missed?
side conversation.
Right.
Hold on, what
I
I
was
missed?
trying not to.
If,
Oh, I'm
listen,
sorry.
All right, let's
No, yeah, it's going off
No,
on here.
okay,
It's going off.
this one
It's
was-
going
this
off.
is
is it
what-
going off?
They love you, Pink. They
I
love
love
you.
you.
Look at this.
They love you. They love you. Love you. Love you.
What's up, the kid?
Like they said, she said,
look
I'm
at me
from
go
New
there.
York, but hello is not a
Hello.
standard greeting. That's what she
At
said.
all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What we were saying was love and respect. It's not the same thing. It doesn't go hand in hand.
It
It's
does.
not.
It does
Not
not.
necessarily, no.
No.
Not necessarily, no.
Somebody can
Love
love shit out of you and
someone
still be disrespectful.
and
Then
it's
I'm
not
like-
respect
Call you out your
at
name.
all.
All day long.
Right. 'Cause
I
that's-
can
I read
But
it all.
okay, so
That's
here's where I see that at. So you love me in my face, but you blatantly disrespect me behind my back,
That's
and
not
then
what we're saying.
sometimes you disrespect me in my face.
That's not what we're talking about.
We don't need to be with them people.
What we're saying
And
is,
I left all them in it.
I
I left all
love
them in LA.
but some
don't
people
need
you
to be-
love, and I have a couple of uncles who I love
Mm-hmm.
that do some stuff that I just do not respect at all.
Mm.
I have some
Okay.
friends I love.
hear you.
Thank y'all
I
for
saw
tuning
you
in.
strap your
Thank
wife a
y'all.
couple weeks ago. I don't respect that. It's now we ain't friends. See,
We
my
got
thing
Pink
is that
and-
I can love you
Good
as a
evening.
person because of all
I
the
see
things
good
that we've
evening,
been through
everyone
and
up
all
there.
the trenches we've been through. But I'm not going to respect you when you don't do manly things.
Right.
I hear you there.
Especially when I pride myself on being a man.
Right.
And everything. My children, with my women, my women, real shit.
Women.
And
Plural.
and it's not
Ha!
based
With
in
an
the
E.
bedroom. I love
Mm,
you.
capital
Oh, God.
E.
How you doing?
Men.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
Men.
I'll be like, what's up, BD?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk about the
Alright, I
let's talk
guess.
about the next one.
I
then.
guess.
Okay.
Let's talk about the anxious
Move
attachment.
right along.
Yes.
So the anxious ones are very worried. They're always worried in a relationship. They
Thank y'all
fear
for tuning in.
abandonment. They want you to, if you're not responding to their text message quickly, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That
Can
part.
somebody
Yeah.
send me that?
No, I got it.
Y'all laughing.
He gonna be at
He gonna be at
home.
home.
Pink said right
It's a very serious
This
thing.
shit ain't funny at all. I ain't
Right.
That shit
It
is not
It is a
funny.
very serious thing because a lot of people don't know how to deal with a person that is very anxious in a relationship. Typically, the two people that can deal with it is a person that has an avoidant attachment and a secure.
Right.
You cannot have two anxious people together.
What is the ramifications of that?
Honey, probably a fist fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you
Probably
did. What you
domestic.
do? They do that.
Yes, because they don't trust. There's no trust factor there.
Right.
You know, at all. That means you at the radio station and Bobo and text you 5 minutes ago and you haven't responded, so now it's an issue.
Now Bobo pulling up.
Bobo pulling up. What are you doing that you can't respond back to me?
You better not pull up and break your neck.
I don't play. I'm just saying, he don't play by his people.
That constant reassurance of not abandoning me, you're not leaving me.
Yes.
You know, they have that a lot.
So, speaking to polyamory specifically, you have a triad, open or closed, and now I have this 2 anxious people with this 1 secure person.
Honey.
Oh.
What that look like?
Come on,
Somebody
try.
gonna make it.
How would that potentially affect the secure person's mental state?
It's gonna tear them down. It is going to bring them down. I can see a secure person being broken down with an avoidant and an anxious person at the same time.
Can't take it no more.
That's different.
That's a lot.
Because if you're sitting there in a triad and you have somebody that don't want to be clingy or needy, and you have somebody that wants to be clingy or needy with all parties,
Right.
then there could become an issue with the secure person.
Right.
Because the secure person is trying to balance out everybody, trying to make everybody happy. They have the most patience
Secure person only secure for so long.
for so long.
Correct.
So they can only take so much.
So, what would you say would be in a triad? We'll just say specifically because that's just what's in my head. What would you say would be the healthiest dynamic out of those 3 that we've discussed so far?
All secure.
All secure.
Right.
All secure.
How would you suggest
That's the
that
healthiest.
a unit move toward being all secure?
And healthy.
Oh, so I'm an advocate. I'm a big advocate of communication, openness, honesty, transparency, vulnerability. You have to have those tough conversations, those hard conversations, those conversations you don't ever want to have.
Hashtag.
You don't want to talk about. You have to have them. You have to have there's a difference between listening to understand versus listening to reply.
I'm going to need you to say that one more time, please.
There's a
And
difference
bring
between-
it close, Mike. Bring the mic close. I need everybody to hear it again. Everybody listening?
But they said, wow, pink sugar.
Between listening to understand versus listening to reply.
For
I
the
wanna be
people
back
who
in
do
shit.
not understand what you just said,
Right.
even on a common sense level, can you please explain that for the people in the back?
In the dumbest version.
Ladies' turn.
The all right.
So that
Talk to
means-
me like I'm 2.
That means that everybody in a situation, everybody's feelings is valid. Whether you think it's the craziest feeling, that this person shouldn't have this feeling, you don't know why they have this feeling, their feeling is always valid. You should never downplay anybody's feelings. So when somebody is telling you how they're feeling or there's a disagreement with anything, listen to what they're saying versus hearing it and you're
Facts.
thinking of the
Big
reply
facts.
back to
Big
say
facts.
to them.
Right.
Big facts. Digest what they're saying to you. Say, I understand you. I hear you. Find out what their apology love language
Effective
is.
communication.
Because if you're going to give an apology, they may like their apology a certain way.
It's all in package.
Yes. It's all about understanding and putting yourself in somebody else's shoes to understand where they're coming from.
Correct.
Consideration goes a long way.
Yeah.
What are the apology styles? Can you talk
Oh, girl, don't get me to think about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Yeah,
it.
there's different apology styles.
Okay.
Some people they like the, I apologize for making you feel. Please don't ever say, I apologize if I made you. Don't say that, y'all.
The F word.
Don't say the F word.
The F word.
I love you, but. I love you, but. Your eyes crossed today, and I'm like, No, don't throw that if in there when you apologizing. Let's just completely take that out. But some people like that whole, apologizing for what you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Me personally, the best apology for me is change behavior.
Right.
Correct.
If I told you something bothered me, or I'm like, I could see something's bothering you today. What's happening with you?
Correct.
If I'm asking you that question and you're telling me nothing, you gotta leave it at that. Don't come back to me 3 days later and say, well, it's Thursday, but on Saturday, when you asked me what was going on.
As the only man
Because when
can
you're
say-
dealing with me, you need to be very open, honest, and when I'm asking you a question, I need you to be direct and answer that question. I need you to answer that. Don't think about your dwelling on it. Come on, let's. Like I said, tough conversations, hard conversations. You have to have.
I'll burn it. I'll burn it. Hold on, y'all. I'll burn it.
You got some questions.
As being the only real male resident at the table, I have a problem.
Greetings, TT. Hey, TT.
I have a
Thank you
problem
so much
with
for tuning
loving
in.
and caring for the women in my life. And if your face has the slightest bit of what's wrong, sweetheart? And if you tell me nothing, that is the most annoying shit ever.
Right.
The reason I say that is because if I built a bond with you, and that takes time, and I see you all the time, and I see you. Everybody don't see you like that.
Right.
I see
through
you.
you.
I know
parts of you
wrong.
that nobody else knows.
There's like pheromones or aura that comes out. Okay, something wrong. Let me see.
Correct.
And I am one who keeps asking. Is that wrong for me to be concerned that way? I'm going to one of y'all situations. I ain't gonna tell anybody.
Right. But that's annoying as
Is
hell.
that wrong for me to keep wanting for things to be right?
Okay.
Is that wrong?
Correct.
I don't think it's wrong, but what I think you should do is you need to express to that person how you're feeling regarding that.
And after I have, because I have, this is personal. I have expressed like, hey, what's wrong? Hey, you looking like, I just want you to be happy. And that makes that person, it pisses that person off. Like, well, but I am concerned for you. Why are you mad like this? Because I am concerned. I don't want you to feel this way. Is that wrong for me to feel that way? Or keep like, hey, what's wrong? Is that wrong for me to
I
do that?
feel like you should ask that question.
Somebody say right, bro.
Does that bother you when I ask you, are you all right?
But I have.
But what
And
is
the
the
answer was,
But are you asking what I'm asking you? Are you saying, does it bother you when I ask you this question?
yes.
Okay, what was their reply?
Their reply was, I've told you there's nothing wrong, so leave it at that. But if your face doesn't portray that worries
So
me.
now you need to come back with what bothers you.
Yeah.
So it bothers. Okay, I get that, but it bothers me
That you're
that when you're bothered, and it bothers me when I ask you this question and you're blatantly lying to my face.
Exactly.
You
That's
need
what
to
I'm
say
saying.
what you're feeling.
I mean, I have, but me, you don't know me yet, so it ain't gonna come out that easy. It's gonna come out like
No, it's gonna take
real
some
bad.
time because you gotta learn that adjustment to it.
Right.
Thank you.
But
How
you
do
have to-
I adjust to that?
Thank
That's
y'all
what
for
I'm
tuning
saying.
in.
But you definitely have to say it. You have to let that person know exactly how you're feeling when they do something that gets you in a different space. It's getting you in a different space.
Right.
I tell people all the time, you are not going to get the reaction that you always want.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, I understand that when somebody may come and tell you something, you may have this reaction. And so now I feel like, okay, I can't come and tell you something because you had this reaction the last time.
Right.
You can't let one little situation dictate how you move with that person because they had that reaction. They are allowed to have a reaction
Correct.
Right.
to something, but it's how they bounce back from their reaction, how healthy that bounce back is going to be. There's plenty of times I've done it to my husband. I did it the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, he told me he wanted to go out after he'd been drinking. He'd take me all the way back to Bumfuck Land to go to Richardson. So my protective mode got on, and I'm like, you ain't going back out. But it was one of those reactions that just it blurted right out. And I'm like, Angel, who the fuck are you?
So we got y'all. We're not ignoring your questions. We'll handle the questions at the end of the show. It's like 15 minutes. We got to wrap up, and then we'll handle the questions for
That's
sure.
completely understandable, But I've been with him for 17 years.
Yeah.
We've been together for 17 years. He has his own autonomy. He's able to make the decisions. But I had to realize that the way that I said it to him was incorrect. That was not the correct way to say it to him.
What would you say is the correct way?
What would you say?
So what I should have said to him was, well, honey, I understand you want to go out. I don't think that is a great idea because you've been drinking. So now I'm going to give you my reasons.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give you my reasons and let you dictate around those reasons. So my reason is because you've been drinking, you're taking me 45 minutes home, and now you're going to drive 45 minutes to go back. You're going to drink some more to come drive 45 minutes back.
That's love.
Sounds like
Yes,
love.
I don't think
genuine care.
But coming out saying, no, the hell you ain't. You better bring your ass home and go to sleep.
I'm a
Did you have a few drinks?
I was drinking too.
No, I was wondering. She said,
All right.
So I'm guilty of when she asks me what's wrong. And I know that it's not, so for me, it don't always be a big deal. It just, my mind never turns off. I have 1,000,001 things that are running in my life. So I'm always, what's the next move? What am I about to do? And sometimes my face do this thing and it look like something else, but it don't be that. So a lot of times she will say, babe, what's wrong? And I'll be like, nothing. And she'll be like, something is wrong. What's going on? And then I'm like, nothing. I'm good.
Shit, that's the second time.
But mind you, I'm thinking about, okay, did that Amazon order go through? And my forehead wrinkles up.
So just say it.
So this is what I'm learning. She has expressed, even if it's nothing, I need you to tell me it's nothing.
I need you to tell me.
But don't just say nothing. Tell me what the nothing is.
I'm trying to think when the Amazon company told me 2 days and now it's been 4 days. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to get my money.
Right,
back.
and I'm not rolling my eyes at you. I'm just looking up because I'm mathing. And I ain't been in school in a minute. And I'm mathing. I'm mathing. PH. I'm mathing.
She's a whole country ass person. Okay.
In my learning curve, I am learning how to communicate the way that she receives the message versus me communicating the way I talk to people.
And it's all right to tell the person that you need a moment.
Right.
So they're telling you something and you don't want to give that reaction. You're trying to keep it. And you're like, oh, you don't want to go into that blow. Tell them, give me just a second. Let me gather my thoughts and let me.
We do that. We definitely do that.
Yeah, let me tell you.
We've learned how to do that. We've learned how to do that.
It doesn't always work, but it's worked for the meantime. Cause I be like, look, babe, I don't know. I'm fucked up right now, and I don't know.
And the thing is, you have to learn how to incorporate that. When you get so comfortable and used to doing certain things, it's hard to incorporate new things. It's just like a child learning that when they turn 10 years old, it's time to put deodorant on. But for the first 10 years of their life, they've never done it. So every time you told your kids at 10 years old, put some deodorant on, I'm telling you,
like outside.
That's me. Yes, right now.
Like outside, boy.
Right. It's just like
Thank you, TT. Thank you, TT, so much.
It's a behavior that you have to unlearn.
Right.
And you have to constantly practice it and try to do it. You have to be conscious and aware that you're doing it.
Conscious decision to actually do what you're trying to do.
Exactly. And it's not so much a pointing that finger at somebody.
We're going to get to y'all comments in a minute. All y'all stuff, we're going to get to it in a minute. We got to wrap up the show, do all the things in the beginning.
Not so much.
We'll hit y'all up in the end.
This is how I feel when you go paint the wall purple. This is how I feel when the decision has been made to paint the wall purple, and I have not been included in that decision.
That's a big thing for me.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
Taking the you. This is what you did.
We just picked out paint colors, so that's what I'm saying. We picked it out together. So.
But it's a thing when I'm finna go to Home Depot and pick out the paint for the because they finna come do the stuff for the house and stuff. I'm finna go pick the paint out, but you already at Home Depot.
Correct.
That's a thing for me. That's a thing for me.
That's a decision for us.
But sometimes you come home and the wall already purple.
Right.
Yes.
So for me, it was a situation where.
But see, some of that comes into play with your love language as well.
Correct.
Knowing your partner's love language.
Speak it, because I don't know my love language. I'm trying to figure it out.
Because that's an act of service.
Yes.
For some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, baby, I know this wall needs to be painted, so I'm going to go ahead and just paint the wall.
Right.
Without even talking to you, because I don't want you to do it. You done worked long days of work. Okay. You've been complaining about this wall, and I'm going to do it.
But I know how you feel about the wall.
It goes, that's why I say it goes into a whole bunch of play when it comes to that. So, for me, I am, like I said, I like communication. I am very much words of affirmation. You got to talk to me. You got to
I like words. I like words.
She didn't say talk. She said you got to stop.
Yep.
They love you already. Yes, ma'am. We're here.
You have to say it to me.
Yeah.
Because I am just one of those people that don't like surprises.
Right.
I am very much an introvert, and like I said, I'm a switch when it's time for me to go to work, and I'm a switch when it's time for me to go home.
Cute.
So,
Man,
girl,
I got a trail in the past. I don't know nothing else off of that. No,
I can't tell you how many times I've said, "Okay, honey, where are we going?" You know, "Oh, baby, I can't tell you." Okay, well, let me ask you this: is anybody going to be there? Is it just me and you, or is it going to be 2 or 3 people there? If he says it's going to be me and you, okay, you can take it.
Surprises.
But if you tell me 2 or 3 people going to be there, and it's a switch for me. So now I know 2 or 3 people going to be there. So now I know I need to get a little bit more energy to deal with these people.
23 or 2 to 3?
2 to 3.
Oh.
23.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
6.
Wait.
30.
Hey, 45. Hey, that is. Hey. 45, 47. Hey. Not at all. We don't own the rights. No rights. No rights. No rights.
That ain't got nothing to do. Those things are not the shared thoughts.
Oh no, that we didn't even practice it.
So, I say this. If I ask you that question and you tell me, no, baby, we're just going to, do a surprise and 2 to 3 people are there and you ain't told me 2 to 3 people are there, that's attitude.
All day. For the rest of the night. For the rest of the night.
Prove the rule.
But see, she gonna know that I tried to halfway surprise her, so I might say nobody gonna be there, but it's gonna be a few people there. Yeah, it's gonna be fruit.
A couple fruit.
A couple fruit people.
I don't play like that.
I don't do that.
I need to know what's happening.
Because
I don't fuck with everybody.
And not everybody's like that. A lot
But
of
see, if
people
I know you, I know who you
people
fuck
like
with.
somebody.
No, you don't.
You know?
No, you don't.
Well, I'm not saying you because I don't fuck you every day.
Yeah,
But
no, you
this
don't.
one I did.
I
I
gotta
you
get
don't.
mine together.
I'm
The
just
whole
Real
head.
talk. You said I did.
Like,
I know you
I went from being an introvert to an introvert to an introvert. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it is right
I
me.
got a question because we got a couple fruit minutes and we got a couple fruit.
Come on, fruit.
We
Yeah.
got a couple fruit.
We need like an hour and a half.
So I have one more question real quick.
Okay.
There are people that have had previous traumas and previous relationships, whether it be mono or poly.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice to the person coming into this trauma? Like, okay, we're talking, we're getting to know each other. I like you. We've been going about 6 good months. You know, my wife's like you. We all cool. What would be your advice for the person walking in and the wife? What would be the advice for the person who experienced the trauma, who still carries it, whether they realize they carry it or not? What would be your words for them before they allow themselves to get into another dynamic?
I think overall before anybody
Solo,
gets in any type
dolo.
of dynamic, whether it's a mono one, a poly one, Jesus one, whoever.
Right.
Not the Jesus.
You need to do a lot of shadow work.
Okay. Explain
So
what that
everybody
is.
don't know what shadow work is.
Everybody doesn't
work.
know what shadow work is.
Shadow work
for the
is
people in the back.
figuring out yourself, figuring out who you are within. You cannot love a person to any type of degree until you find out how to love yourself first. So a lot of the times people get into these relationships thinking that somebody else is going to make them happy. Nobody else can make you happy.
It's
You gotta be happy first.
self-esteem.
It's
Like
all a bonus.
bonus.
It is all a bonus.
Yes.
I tell people all the time that if you do know that you've had some past trauma, that you need to definitely seek help. You definitely need to be talking to somebody, whether it's a friend or a therapist, but you definitely need to talk to someone. And you should be making that known to somebody you're dealing with. Right. Those are questions that the couple should be asking a person. So if you're talking about a couple getting with a person and this person has this type of trauma, all three of them should be asking that question to one another. What are some of your childhood memories? What are some of your childhood things that you experienced that possibly traumatized you? You need to know these questions. What are your
and at what phase?
what are your financial goals with me? What are your financial goals with me? What are your financial expectations
What's the
with
end
me?
picture?
Because a lot of the times these couples get with these men or females,
Correct.
males or females, gender neutral, these people.
People.
They get with these people.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
And they're like, well, I'm always taking this. We always paying for the dinner and
Right.
they're never paying for anything. They always expect for us to do it. Did you guys talk about that?
Was it ever a conversation?
So if we have any questions, if y'all have any questions, tune in, type all y'all questions right now so that we can establish them at the end of the show. Because we're here, we're establishing questions. Let me know. Type them in the
We're
chat.
about to go to the comments real quick, but so I was so excited to get you in the building because I had right behind my ear and there were questions and stuff.
Yeah.
We forgot to do shameless plug. Listen, we jumped right into the meat.
Oh, do y'all shameless plug?
Shameless plug.
Hey, everybody go around the table and what y'all got going on for the shameless plug. And if you want to be on shameless plug, please contact Brittany Tiller so you can figure out how much it's going to cost you to be part of shameless plug.
Yeah.
Shameless plug
For my viewers that's on there.
for the
Let's
people
go.
that's looking at the pink.
In the back. In the back. On TFWIRadio.com.
So
Let's
the shameless
go.
plug is what we we do, like we all have businesses outside of here. I'm real big on promoting entrepreneurs. What you do outside of here, get your hustle on. So if I have the ability to create a platform to where you can come do that, by all means. Hit me up. We got you. I am all about entrepreneurship and doing your own thing. So everybody at this table do something.
Yes.
Because us as a people,
We got the whole community.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff.
So people, why don't you go ahead and start your shameless
Let's
I
go.
got two shameless plugs.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plugs. So
I'm going last.
I am going to put mine up in Poly Talk Live. I'm going to put my website up. But I'm a travel agent. So if anybody's looking for travel or have questions about travel.
I got Cancun calling my name.
Yes.
You said that for your
Talk to
birthday,
you, girl.
Just saying.
Let me get you the hookup.
Come on now.
And then the second shameless plug is my husband.
Okay.
My husband.
You better plug it
Yes.
Ooh, girl,
Listen.
I got a couple of them.
And that's what she does. She always plugs him in, and I feel like that. That's good.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we got mouths to feed, okay?
Peace and love. Let's go.
Listen.
Plug it in, Miss Pink. What's
So
up?
his business is Just a Taste Catering. So if he specializes in vegan, soul food, Mexican, anything you want, bariatric, whatever. Private dinners.
If you need some diabetical food, you got
Not bariatric. That's what it is.
Bariatric, yeah.
It's gonna be bomb.
You want
It's
some protein,
definitely gonna
he
be
got
bomb.
you. If you need some weekly meal preps, he got you.
He got the shrimp and grit with the bougie ratchet shit going on that we gonna have. You know what I'm saying?
He be coming up with some stuff. Now this
Yes.
chicken and waffle taco that he got.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
One more thing. So you know what I think we should do?
You said taco.
What I think we should do
Great,
is
She said
I
taco.
think that Poly Talk Live should have a taste of catering night
Yes.
where y'all bring that on the
All of
to
it
the
in there.
radio.
We need to taste it.
Yes. And we can give our own little reviews and whatnot. So picking them cook.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the shameless plugs too, and then we're gonna get y'all comments and all the definitions that you asking from Pink. Cause
Yes.
look, they asking for definitions. They want definition, all the terms and everything again. But hold on, wait, shameless plug first. Wait a minute, y'all.
Very last one. Yeah, is my boo, my baby Renee, smoking G Spot.
Okay.
She killing on the brisket. She's smoking that food up.
Wait, smoking G. Who?
Smoking G Spot.
Where did G come from?
That's her last name.
Oh,
In the spot.
smart.
In the spot. Yeah. Gonna hit that
And
spot.
I might need some barbecue in my life.
Yeah.
All in the bed. We getting spicy with it.
Yes.
Okay. She got some
Okay.
barbecue.
And Courtney, go ahead with your shameless plug.
Let's go, shameless plug.
Let me see.
Here, thesenuts.com.
Yes.
Do not call me about no more taxes today. Sometime later, but not today. I got enough to do today.
Get the child tax credit.
Listen.
Oh wow, Pink, you got a real question. All right, let's go. Let's go. Shameless plugs real quick, because we got a real question.
You done? Oh, okay. Well, my shameless plugs is always.
Aren't you doing Wednesdays now?
Say again?
Aren't you doing Wednesdays?
Yes, if you give me a chance.
Oh, my bad.
Whoa! If you give him a
Okay,
chance,
not this Wednesday. I have a trip. So.
it is good.
Y'all let them have it out.
Y'all
Let them have it out.
You know, my Friday night is Volume Hookah Lounge in Richardson, Texas. I heard you say something about Richardson. So, yeah. Friday, Arapahoe, man, y'all come out and see me. I am the MC.
Volume.
Please come see me. Now, I recently added a Saturday. It's live for all my strip club lovers. I will be live on stage. And I also do private parties. I do MTV.
Come on now.
Bar mitzvahs. Weddings, anything. Y'all
Bar mitzvahs, not the bar mitzvahs.
Check me on all platforms.
Not the bar mitzvah.
He is also a permanent co-host.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I learned so much here. My thing is, I consider myself an intelligent human being as a black man, but these women always seem to give me something, some news I can use I'm growing with you. I think
We're gonna get you, TT. We got you. I promise I got you. All the way. Just hold on for a minute.
Raise and thank you so much.
That's me. It's me for sure.
And from last but not least, this be Risha and them. I own an entertainment company, and I'm also a seamstress. Blue 6 Elite, Blue 6 Events for all of your events, catering, and
Next event, August 7th.
Next event, August 7th. Shameless plug. I'm gonna be 40, y'all. It is a BDSM thing. So if you it's a BDSM thing. So if your stomach is soft, if your stomach is soft,
I'm gonna be there.
if you can't wear leather. If you don't know what a flogger is,
Can he wear Prada? I can't stand you.
Yes, hands work too. I like hands. I like hands.
Can I wear my
You gonna wear some leather chaps?
Shameless plug.
That's a spur, you know.
Listen, I just ordered some new stuff. And,
I got some new stuff.
Oh, y'all nasty. I've done all kinds of
I mean, just a little bit.
so I ordered a new flogger from a gentleman. Everybody know Myron.
Yeah.
Myron.
You know
Hardwood. Myron.
Yes, he makes toys.
He makes toys
and pins.
Anal plugs. He got just about everything.
Wait a minute. You tell me somebody's making
But he is a professional. Shameless plug for Myron.
Shameless plug.
Not only does he do adult things, he also makes some beautiful furniture. He does artwork.
Is he here?
He is in Nebraska.
Nice.
He is in
Girl,
Nebraska.
he will ship it to you.
Yes, he will.
Quick.
Yes, he will. And he gonna send you
I wonder if
invoice.
it's the same person I'm thinking of.
It probably is. I'm gonna send it to you.
Because he be
buying butt plugs.
That's because you plugged in, Miss. You plugged in. She plugged in, y'all.
While we got a couple few minutes, Brittany, go ahead and slide up to that first question.
All right, so the main question from TT. Okay, so this is a good one. Hold on. So, hold on.
Hey, TCR biggest fan.
So, yes, we love you, TT. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's go, TT. That's all. Okay, so, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I might hit the... Okay, there you go. Wait. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. There you go. All right, here we go. Look, I'm trying to get it. Okay.
There you go.
So it says, I battle. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
I battle with anxiety and depression. My mate is super supportive. Where'd it go? I lost it. Hold on, wait. There's a whole bunch of shit going on. Because they still tagging in, and I'm like, okay. So, where'd it go?
Right there.
So super supportive, but sometimes I cannot convey how I feel at times and tend to shut down. My coping skills, sometimes fail. Shit, what are we doing here?
You had it.
And then, well, because every time I touch it, it's like, it's doing some more shit. Yeah, like, I don't know.
It's gonna roll.
Okay.
Bring her in.
My coping skills. Come on, TT, come in live. Yeah, because
we're gonna do an after show.
Yeah, because it's a whole thing. But she said her coping skills can sometimes fail. Just switch mental. Hold on. TT! Tune in, bro. Like, I can't. I really can't. No. It's not me. I promise it's not me.
I'm gonna connect you with Pink and allow you guys the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation.
Hold on, wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay. So my coping skills sometimes fail. Just switch mental health providers. So I can't gauge how it's going because I'm very new to her style of treatment. So I guess she's referring to her therapist. Correct. Okay. So how do I get over the battle of my mind at times when my coping skills fail?
Bring her in. I need to talk to her. I need more.
Come on, TT. Come in, TT. Where you at, TT?
Right there. Is she right there?
Is she there?
Yeah,
Where?
the red button.
This one?
Right there. See
Okay.
if you can get her on in here.
All right. Come on, TT.
TT, pull it on up.
All right. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Adding TT.
Oh, we got ice. Yeah. Hold on.
Guys, y'all said,
I'm sure. And I'm looking
so let's let TT and Pink have
this
Yes.
or whatnot. Y'all
Correct.
it one time for the
We're gonna step out.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, beloved. How are you?
I am so good, baby. How are you doing?
I can't complain.
I want honest answers with that. How are you doing?
For the most part, I'm all right. I mean, you know, I have my moments. I can admit that. I have my moments.
So
Come
what
on,
is
Sophia.
elaborate
You just
on
don't
that
know
question
sometimes
that
the
you
way
were
the words
asking
on my
about the
shoulder,
therapist,
so
so I know better
I
how to
just need
answer
to-
it for you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just elaborate on that question that you were asking. That way I can better answer it for you.
Okay, so like I aforementioned in a comment, I just switched mental health providers, and I'm new to her style of treatment. I'm on a totally different platform now, and I'm really not feeling the I can't gauge her I guess I can't gauge her because I haven't really been talking to her for that long. I've had officially one session. But at times, like I said, my coping skills fail. I have issues with and it's hard talking sometimes, especially when I'm going through a lot of stuff, and I tend to bottle that stuff up because that's just what I'm used to doing. I'm like, okay, I'm the one that's always, you know, being there for everybody else, but I have an issue with, you know, when people reciprocate that back because I'm so strong minded. I don't like to, you know, take anybody else's assistance. But like I said, I've been going through some rough patches as far as my mental health is concerned. Like I said, I had to change my mental health providers because the one I was using is out of the country on assignment and has been out of the country on assignment in England, of all places, since October. So when I need to talk to him, our schedules aren't conducive. Either I'm at work when he wants to talk to me, or either when I want to talk to him, he is in another session with someone else. So my coping skills that I have been utilizing here as of late has been abysmal. It hasn't been working for me.
Okay.
So how do I get over? How do I deal with what's going on up here when my coping skills fail? That's my question.
Got you. So first thing first is I want us to have a backstage conversation.
Okay.
Because I want you to give too much on the show because that is your personal and your private business.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what are you doing as far as your coping mechanisms, so I can give you other examples to use. Because there's a slew of things out there that we can do to help you get it out. Now, if you're trying to gauge that therapist and trying to figure out, you know, how she can help you, you can definitely ask her that. You can definitely ask her what is her level of teaching and how can she help you, and what are some of the things that she can give to you. That way you can kind of better gauge if this is a good therapist for you. Right. I don't want you to be afraid to ask that question, because you got to realize that if you're going through insurance or anything like that, that's your money too.
Yeah.
And you're paying for that service, and they are allowed to tell you that information. But I am definitely a source that you can use. So definitely link up with me. Go ahead and add me right now. That way we can have a backstage conversation, and I can tell you some different coping mechanisms that you can use to better get that under control, get it handled.
Good deal. That's what I need.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'll be looking for you. If I don't see you, I'm gonna come find you, and Risha will tell you I will come find you.
She will.
I'm gonna come find you myself.
PT, thank you so much for joining us. You have always been a huge support.
Thank you.
We
You know
do
I
have to
love
wrap the show up. But again, we're gonna make sure that you guys get that connect, get that link. We will be answering questions on Poly Talk Live. So I'm gonna put Pink on Poly Talk Live submissions. I'm gonna tag her your questions so that she can answer your questions on our Facebook page. If you are listening on the radio and you do not have us on Facebook, shame on you. Go to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Add us now. Submit your questions and let our LPC help you in the way that you cannot help yourself. Again, if you're on DFWIRadio.com, you're listening to us live. If you do not have us on Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram, please go. We are all under the same name. TT, love.
Yes. Yes.
One more thing. Somebody asked me about the 4 different personalities. Not personalities, it's attachments. There's secure, anxious, avoidant. Well, let me say the order. Secure, avoidant, anxious, and fearful, anxious. There is a quiz that you can take to figure out which one you are. I will find it and I will post it in Poly Live Talk so when you guys can take that quiz.
Poly Talk Live on TFWIRadio.com.
Yes.
Look, they got a lot of questions for you, TT. You got, yeah. Okay, Miss Pink, let's go. Ew, we in the same. Let's go.
Breathe.
So I never just.
Hey man, I gotta go to the road. Y'all be good, man.
So, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning out. Tuning in and tuning out. Popping up and popping out. Showing up and showing out. You hear me?
Okay. Come on, get a seat.
Woo! Listen. Absolutely.
Look at Miss Pretty in pink. Ew, look at her. Ew. They got questions for you, boo. They got questions for you. They have a lot of questions for you. I wanna put it over here. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Because they asked you for definition.
Oh.
Yeah, definition.
So this is backstage, Poly Talk
They
Live.
asked you for definition of everything that you said. Are y'all sure y'all want the definition? Hold on, wait a minute. Then they said, I agree. But look. All right, let's go to the top. Come on, Aisha, man. We see you. We tuning in. Thank you so much. So she did have a question page.
I'm from New York.
Yeah, right. And then I said, I'm from New York, so I'm not
Chicago down here in the South.
right.
So
So then it's like, oh, the Holy Spirit. That's when you was like, you was like really like into it.
I had a good time.
Yes, we did have a good time. If y'all have any questions,
I got you, Don.
if y'all got any questions, please tune in to Poly Talk Live. Tune in to Babe's page. Like, send us all the shit, all the questions, everything. Like, let's go. Because we got Miss Pink Sugar here.
That don't look like I'm helping nobody.
All of the questions, look. All of the questions, if they back, that's all they need to say. So that was the real question. But he expected it to be easier for her. That's what he was talking. That's out. As fuck. Booty on her tongue. Where yours?
I took mine in the back.
You didn't even come up. No.
Oh, I'll be back.
Yay!
You better appreciate that.
This is some good fun. They made me a beautiful flag that has my name on it. That says Pink. Yes, Poly Talk Live. Y'all make sure y'all follow that page. Where? Poly Talk Live. They're doing great things. That's always the bubble. What is it called?
That's the turning roll. You gotta hand it up. You gotta hand it. You gotta have it roll right. It's been all the way around.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Share this up. Hey, boost. I thought you was going down. Thank you so much for your love and support.
She don't want to give me the grab the bump.
Listen, she came all the way from hell to come do this show for me today. Yes, she live far.
check some
Talk Live backstage. If you did not catch the full hour, check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to post this episode because this was a pivotal episode.
And why?
It is. This conversation is required, and this is gonna be a part 2. We're gonna bring Pink back on, and we're gonna do a part 2, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about mental health versus emotional health. Both two very important conversations that we didn't get to have on the show today. So be on the lookout. Pink will be back. We will then be talking about mental health versus emotional health. We ain't done yet, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Poly Talk Live. Be looking out for Poly Talk Live content coming to you very, very soon.
On CFWI Radio.
For us on Instagram, Facebook. We in the building, y'all. We in the motherfucking building. Pink looking like lunch meat. Pink looking like lunch meat. I know.
Come on. She light skinned and stuff. But she look like a whole turkey meat.
Like Tyson.
And she smell good. I'm telling y'all.
She smell like I should keep her.
Junior,
Junior G.
that's what we do. We Poly Talk Live here on
The other show come
I Radio.
We got 3 more. Where that at?
Look,
We're
baby.
gonna end this backstage behind the scenes Poly Talk Live. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate all of y'all love, all of y'all support. Again, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
Damn, I'm on the Snapchat. Look, Snap it.
We will catch y'all next week, Tuesday, 8
8
p.m.
o'clock.
Central,
Yes.
on DFW, iRadio. Peace, love.
Yes,
If you
and-
cannot be
and
in a
prosper.
mindful state
Yes.
of acknowledgement, go sit down,
Accountability.
get you a piece of chicken, and go mind your damn business.
In your own corner. Get your chicken. You need